Yes. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the George Nason Show, okay? Got a great guest this evening. We got Karen Bodden. Okay? Yes. Straight from the Midwest, straight from Wisconsin. You heard me. All right? She's coming on, she's going to represent. And Karen is she's a great lady. She's in the culture. And I make that point out because she's down. She's Karen is definitely invited to the barbecue. No question about that. That's what's up. This is my man I'm playing in. This is Yasin. Robert, right. That's Ya. We call him Ya. Breaking it down. Cameron is his manager. He's got an artist called Surbanan Sound. And hey, she'll tell you about it. She's gonna break it down here. And think the motherfuckers is loaded. Break it down, y'all. Come on. I'm out of this shit. I love this track. You know what I'm saying? Because it's to the point. It's hood, but it's I just lays it out on the money. The streets is ice cold, man, and it's hard to see. I'm going around, but niggas don't want you to shine, and I feel it from my own kind. Come on, y'all. I'm gonna shine, dog. Regardless, the streets is ice cold, man, and it's hard to see. I'm going around, but niggas don't want me to shine, and I feel it from my own kind. See, I'm gonna shine, dog. Regardless. Yo. Yeah, you know what? I say it all the time. I introduced the show with him because the brother never got his props because he's just a little bit too radical, if you want to say it like that, too real. I don't even know if the word radical is correct. He's just too real, just too out of. Hey, what up, Pancho? Huh? Pancho. Boy, Pancho on the check-in. Pancho, we got Karen here today. Karen Bodden. I'm gonna get her name right. She's got to come out and correct me if I'm saying it right. And it's interesting, but yeah, you know what? Because Karen is involved with community theater for several decades, and along with being in the culture, in the hip hop culture, and she was an AR, and she'll explain to you what that is in the music business as well. She'll break all that down to you, and we're going to get into how, as I said, she got involved with the hip hop culture, and from the shit. I want to. Is there any ghettos in Wisconsin? How the hell is she still into the hood? But so we're gonna go down that foxhole and see what's what. And you know what? When I want to do some news stuff, man. But it's just I'll talk about the news with her because I want to ask her something about the stuff that's going on there in Wisconsin. I saw some transgender. Hopefully she can clear that up with me. K.swiss is in the house. What's up, Bonnie? God bless. Bonnie Chambers is in the house, no doubt. Hey, Bonnie, how are you? We got Karen in here tonight, Bonnie, and we're gonna get busy. We're gonna keep it real, and let's do that now. On that note, let's bring out Karen Bodden. Huh? Come on, Karen. You are invited to the barbecue. Yes, you are.
Hi, thank you.
How you doing, darling?
I'm doing great. And how are you guys?
That's what's up. Yo, we got you got Bonnie and Jose. They both on the check-in saying what's up. Hey, K.swiss. That's Bonnie. You see it there.
Hey,
And
Bonnie. Pancho. Mwah.
K.swiss in the house. Pancho acknowledges. Yeah, but I want to show your what we have there as far as like captions, interviewing. Because tell your journey, your history, and with hip hop. I know, uh, was it with Cisco? Your
Yes,
introduction to it?
yes.
So tell me about that. Tell us about that.
Someone had sent me a link to the DJ Cisco show and said you should listen. So I tuned in and
Talk loud. Bring the mic towards you.
okay. So somebody had sent me a link saying you should listen to the DJ Cisco show. So I tuned in and he had some topics that were interesting and I learned about independent artists or what they called underground independent artists. And because I care so much about people, I felt like, you know, these aren't artists who had a record label like Columbia or Sony or something handing them contracts and stuff. And, you know, they needed support. And I started listening to the hip hop and especially some of the older hip hop. It tells a story and, you know, it really touches the heart. So DJ Cisco, and, you know, rest in peace, DJ Cisco. He is definitely missed. He used to say that he converted me to hip hop. Now, you know, I was born in the 60s, and so you heard a lot of bubblegum music, you heard a lot of the hippie music, heavy metal, and I was in the disco era, and all of a sudden you've got funk and hip hop coming in, and you know, as long as you could dance to it, it was great. I wasn't paying attention to the lyrics back then as I do now.
You got hoods. You got ghettos in Wisconsin.
Oh heck yeah! Come to Milwaukee. Milwaukee is
You got that
the
little accent with you too.
yeah. Milwaukee is the number one segregated city in the United States.
Is that right?
It is, and it's sad.
Because I know like when you came to the you know the contrast, because I want to play, you know, to give the viewers a little taste of like, you know, your artists, how you got. That's why I say, I asked that question. I know there's got to be ghettos and hoods and all across the country, no question about it. But
Well, to
it's
be
just,
honest, I feel safer walking uh, in Brooklyn than I do in Milwaukee. So,
is that right? It's like
yeah,
that. Yeah,
and I mean, I have stayed in New Lot.
yeah, that's Brownsville. Yeah, that's the hood, and don't get any more hood than that. And because I know when you came like in at Springfield Day, tell the people Springfield Day is an old school venue that is done every year at it's called it's in Springfield Park. It's
Right.
in Jamaica, Queens, and it's a hood type situation. Because I was there with Chill Most, and when you came in, right, he was like, "Yo, man, yo, G, what's up with this white woman? Did she get lost? What is this white bitch coming over here? Did her GPS break?" I said, "No, no, no. She's down. She's cool. She's got an artist. Got a what?" I'm like, so I had to break it to him, like, your explanation for why, because it was so out of like, that kind of thing. But do you like with Sedan?
Uh-huh.
Uh, how long have you been with Sedan, or how long's he been with you? You guys been together?
Um, since about 2015.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And you met him through DJ Cisco, or
Yes. Uh, Sedan and DJ Cisco go back to when they were teenagers, and Sedan was called Prince Champagne back in the day and that stuff, and I used to
Oh,
do.
that's what he was going by.
Yeah, yep,
That's you
there
and
he
him
is.
right there. Yeah.
Yep.
But this is it's a
All
better
six
picture of
foot
him.
six of him.
He's six what?
6'6".
Wow. But Bonnie got sedan, Dan. Yeah,
I
that's
see that.
uh, but yeah, I want to play. This is a video that just a this is a short introduction into who he is and what he's about, what he's repping.
Right.
Breaking news, the Dan is hitting Queens.
Yeah. What's my name? Legendary lyrical mercenary. Check your dictionary. This is my turf. Check your boundaries. Formidable adversaries busting capillaries, gaining calories, and they wearing Chuck jewelry. One kill, maybe a fugitive executive. Give me the drama and the chance on the final bid. 60-minute intervals, I make it pitiful. Style beautiful, and it's just like a ritual. The right apple born, raised queens to BK. You say, I say, we all run from gun spray. Unwanted peoples, they think they my equal. Prepare for the sequel, inject the needle. Your whole crew is feeble, and they see through. Brothers can't see me.
Yeah, that's just a short introduction into he's lyrically on point, and that's
Yep.
what I appreciate and respect. Do you help with the lyrics as well?
Oh no, lyrics are all his.
Okay, yeah. And what is your role, your job as far as like making sure what with your artists, an artist like Sedan?
Well, I I make sure he shows up on time, and when I'm at the show with him, he's also like on point. He's rehearsed. He's ready to go. Uh, there's no coming on when I'm there where drink a little too much or something. It's save that for after the show, that kind of stuff. I do all his album covers or
Or
uh,
the artwork and everything?
artwork. Yep. Everything he wears that says Sedan
Oh,
is
so you make sure that that his attire is in order. I
yep,
just wanted to show some of the artwork that you are very capable. This is by art by K.swiss. In your names, you go by a couple of names. You go by. That's beautiful. There, that is real
right on
nice. And
YouTube. On YouTube, I go by Town Momma.
Town Momma, right?
Yep. On the Instagram, the Karen B Town Momma one, or that one is mostly like her family, and then the art by K.swiss. Uh, the Dan actually gave me that name, and it stuck.
What is that? K.swiss?
Yep. He said, "You're going to be called Art by K.swiss, and we're going to sell merchandise and all this stuff." So, and that's still a process, still in the works.
Yeah, I
Yep.
like that one. When I was interview with him, you hooked that up there, and then yeah, you got skills for sure, no doubt about that. And I had with your bio gave you credit as with community theater, and
Yes.
you were a
Community
couple of
theater. I've been doing that.
what's the story behind that? What's up with that?
I've been doing community theater for about a little over 20 years. Uh, or we have a little community, so it's a little community theater. That picture there is I'm on stage there with some other performers. We do a yearly variety show, uh, the dinner variety show, and we pick
Was that
people.
really Elvis?
Yeah, no, that's Mike Dieter. He's one of our performers and stuff. I usually do a solo when I'm in it. Yep, that's me. I hate the vest.
So you got some acting chops as well.
Yes, I do musicals, I do comedies, and what I like about being on the stage is I get to be somebody else, somebody that I'm not normally. We talked the other night when I'm on stage and you have those stage lights glaring at you. Oh, thank you, Lady Miss. You have those stage lights glaring at you. You don't see the audience, so you don't get that stage fright. But somebody had once said, just imagine the audience being naked. We're talking a lot of seniors in our audience.
Okay, okay.
Naked, the floppy boobs, the saggy bellies. So it makes me laugh, and I like to make people laugh. Oh, thanks,
It's a
Lady
good
Miss.
feeling, isn't it? It's a good feeling.
And I
Yeah,
mean, Shakespeare said, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have
that's
their
a fact.
exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. So I have played many parts.
He's got Queen, the Lady Miz says, "Hey y'all." She said, "What's up?" No doubt.
We love her.
Steve calling. Welcome in. No doubt. But
Lady Miss is a very talented.
yeah, she got bars.
Oh, yeah, for a
I mean,
female
today.
MC, very, very talented. But not only that, she is very smart, very business smart. There she is.
She's an entrepreneur. She's business
Yep.
all the way, true
When
and
she
true and through.
when
And
she
shout out to Ray, her husband.
right? Yeah. Oh, I love Ray. The silent
He's cool.
assassin.
He's down to earth. Call him the
He's
silent
silent,
assassin. You know.
In 2018 is when Sedan and I first went out to Springfield Park, and I had met Lady Miz at the Delancey when DJ Cisco did a Project Unity show, and we got to be friends in that and texting, and then Sedan and I said, "You should come."
Your mic. Your mic. It's out. I don't know what happened. You hit something. But yeah, you know what? On that note, I want to keep trying. It's still out.
You hear me now?
Now, it's
Okay.
yeah, much better.
Okay.
I want to show this when we're talking about Lady Miz. I like this is her with La Picasso, her song Riding. Shit is hard.
Where'd it go?
It's the remix, We going right in. Let's go. No shady biz. Picasso on the remix with Lady Miz. Don't hold back, ride me like a crazy bitch. I pull your hair back, come on your bare back. I love them freaky like where your underwear at. Keep on your pumps, I'm giving you what you want. Gotta be blunt, I grab her by the pussy like Donald Trump. You ride and I hide and it's wet when I slide in. Jimmy wearing a hat, I won't come inside him. You love me, knowing there's something wild about me. Head game on fleek, you suck a child out me. Lots of G won't cop a plea, I cop a squeeze. Nothing scary by missionary, we knocking knees. If you wifey, I cop you these and then some. But I don't need to use my income to get in some. Say that for the lanes we see eye to eye. Of course you ride me, baby, plus you a ride or die.
Come riding with me, yeah, baby. Come riding with me. Let's go, let's go. Is you catching this ride, baby? Come on, or is you coming inside, baby? Come riding with me, yeah, baby. Come riding with me. Let's go, let's go. Is you catching this ride, baby? Or is you coming inside? Rolling in my 6'4". He gave me 6 inches, said I need more. I need a little. You got to bubble on my clit more. He said my panties smell like Dior. Put the key in ignition and ramp up the transmission. A little more kissing and a lot more dicking. I told you I'm a rider. Just make sure you don't side her. Come ride with me. Come ride with me. Yeah, baby. Is you catching this ride, baby? Or is you coming inside, baby? Come ride with me. Let's go. Come ride with me. Is you catching this ride, baby? Or is you coming inside? Yeah, daddy, talk that shit to me. He beat it so good, I charged him with a felony. Now I know why his ex is mad at me. Cause I fucked him like he supposed to be. Grip the handle with a tight grip. He thought that I couldn't handle the stick. I'm just right with the nice fit. Shit, now he the one that's with. You hitting all the right corners real smooth, but you gotta speed it up, speed it up. You got the green light, daddy, now take off. But you better beat it up, beat it up. He's still into me after post-nut clarity. When he with the next chick, he fantasizing of me. Oh my God, just make sure you don't come inside. Come ride with me. Yeah, come ride with me. Right there. Is you catching this ride, baby? Or is you coming inside, baby? Come ride with me. Take a ride with me. Is you catching this ride, baby? Or is you coming inside? Come take a ride with me. Lady Miss, La Picasso, contagious funk on the beat, yeah.
Wow. Huh? Right? She said gave you 6 inches. She wanted more. Huh?
Yeah, right. That reminds me, Lotto and Lady Miz. DJ Sincere from Dirty Basement wants you to send that song to him.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's in New York.
Yeah, his bars he's another one that's just a lot of people might sleep on him or whatever, but they just don't know. And
Right.
because when and with that remix, what they did with Ride with Lady Miz, I get it twisted sometimes. Or I was in. You have special ed in Wisconsin. You have special ed schools.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of them are integrated in the public school system itself. So they have like time in the school to separate for a little while, and then they're included in the other classes and that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Therese, I wanted to welcome Lot to the in the second Ricky Jason out of Beaumont, Texas. I had Ricky on. Yeah, and he's was an activist. He is an activist. He was, I want to say, a protege of Dick Gregory, late great Dick Gregory. And he's doing tremendous work in Beaumont. And let me see if I get a picture of Ricky.
Yeah, I thought
him, and it's very touching, and that
so everybody should have a cause, and that is his. Where a lot of times mine is like the
Talking to the mic, Karen.
Mine is like the must. So I don't know why all of a sudden
and it comes back.
Right, but I believe in volunteering and helping at stuff like that and being passionate about your cause. And kudos to Ricky for being very passionate.
Yeah, Lotto lady was saying he is dope. He is dope. Bonnie Chambers is checking in. She's saying all kind of good stuff. Yeah, something is wrong with your sound. So when the sound comes on, when your picture fades out, the sound comes up. I don't know what's up with that, but you got a nice rig there, nice system. nice setup. But yeah, but
Yeah,
for
the restream keeps popping stuff up saying that something went out or whatever. So we'll tweak it. I'll work with you.
yeah, Bonnie says that Ricky's Jason story and Dick Gregory story is awesome, and that it is. And Ricky's got some other stuff that he's fighting on the front lines and in the grassroots for. We're not going to talk about that now.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, that song "Riding" with Lot and Lady Miz is hard, and Lot did some great work on that. Also, what I wanted to because you don't work with Sedan, the God of Sound, that is your artist.
Yeah.
And we've already established that you basically, you guys are doing shows or whatever, you have something lined up for him, that you make sure his wardrobe, you do a wardrobe check on him and make sure, obviously, like you don't do a Slick Rick where, you forgot to tell the time of the show with Dougie Fresh. You make sure that he's on time. You get that correct.
That.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, you know what? Because I want to, you're welcome, lady.
On real time, okay? When we say we're gonna be there, we're gonna be there at that time and not BP time.
not,
Okay?
not, yeah, not, yeah, okay. That's what's up. A lot of people don't know what CP time is. Or if they
No,
don't,
BP.
BP. Oh, I
Right.
thought you said C to color,
Right.
yeah. Because you invited to the barbecue, so you good. You can get away with that. Like I said, when you was coming in the place, who's that white bitch coming in, G? I'm like, hold up. She's down. She's cool. Oh, she ain't lost? Nah, she ain't lost. She she
I mean,
on the right end.
I'm invited to that after party when Eddie's sister has it at her house. So I help decorate.
No doubt. Because a lot of times, like we get it twisted, we see white people or whatever we think they're not supposed. But listen, you know what? That whole racial thing,
Uh-huh.
it's just so unfortunate. It's a lot of politics involved with it. People are just real ignorant of of what's going on, the facts. Because I would say, like, I don't know if you heard me before about how can you be in the, rooting. You're in a stadium or you're in an arena and you're rooting for athletes of
Right.
all right, black, white, and the majority on the basketball is just black, huh? And then the majority of people in the stands are white. So how are you gonna, on one to, oh, let's go, come on, let's go to Shaq, and then we go outside, he's a nigger or he's, a derogatory term. I don't understand the dichotomy of what's going on in the mindset of people. That's just the way it is. It's so unfortunate. Richard Pryor would say something one time about being in the, in the club, and same thing. White
Right.
people embrace him, they love him, and what. Then they go out and it's just different. They don't know who he is. It's just, there's something wrong with that picture. How do you love this person on one hand, and then the next minute, you're ready to, to kill him, basically, huh? Or
You know,
you're putting them down. So it never made any sense to me. There's some, deep psychological stuff that's going on with that, no question about it. And I'm not going to, discuss that here. I'm not a professional. That's not my purpose for being here. But the thing is, it's just that, you know, how do you feel? What's your take on that? I mean, honestly,
I
keep
was,
it real.
yep, I
Your
was,
heart,
like
look at
you
your
said,
heart.
I was born in the 60s. I was a little kid during the civil rights movement. And I just never understood, why people, you've seen the commercials of a little black boy and a little white boy hugging and that. As kids, we didn't know that. It comes from your adults. And what I don't get is how, in this time, it can still be such a problem in happening. It hurts my soul to see it. we all have to be the difference. It's not just a certain community. Like I said, Milwaukee is very segregated. They have their communities. Okay. Why? Just blend together, you know. When I go to New York, I feel comfortable and welcome. Have I felt a little unsure of the people I was with sometimes, but mostly from some women who would say, "Oh, that's that white privilege and stuff," and it's like, you don't know me.
Okay.
I didn't grow up privileged. We were poor. We lived in what you call the projects, public housing and that, you know, because my mom was.
That's how we think, though. But that's for the most part, because of it's all instilled. Be it TV or whatever. It's taught that way, like you said, in the homes. Them little, like that little black boy and that little white boy hugging. They don't know anything about racism or anything. They just embrace it. It's like I live by the beach out here over here, and I go to the beach, and same thing, same scenario. You see a little white girl or a little black girl with black boy or whatever. It's like what Dr. King says. His scenario of what would be an ideal society, and that's how they are, because they don't know any hate. They know nothing. They're pure at that age when they're running around and are like that. So we got to do better as adults. It's a shame, like I said, when you can go to a game and then you root this this brother on or whatever, and then on outside of the game is something different. There's something wrong with that picture. We know that, but
I mean, I have learned a lot from Sedan and from DJ Cisco about some of the Black culture and ways and stuff, and how ignorant or naive I've been my whole life. What made me finally get a voice, though, I have some biracial relatives, and I was playing.
We all do.
Yeah, I was playing with a little baby at my uncle's funeral, and my father said, "Whose baby is that?" And this was a black baby. And I said, "Well, that's Kayla's son." And he's like, "Kayla?" And I said, "Yeah, your niece Renee's daughter. So that's Renee's grandson." And he goes, "Hmm." And I thought, "Oh, hell no. Nobody is going to treat somebody like that again in my presence when I am there and my own blood." And we all believe the same. So that's when my voice came out more. And it's like I couldn't be quiet anymore and ignorant to people. These are people. We're all people. And, like I said, I feel safer walking in the streets of Brooklyn and Queens than I do in Milwaukee, which is sad. But, I mean, if you blink at somebody in Milwaukee, they might shoot you.
It's like that?
Yeah.
We got Ray on the track, and Ray Merriman.
Hi, Ray.
Yeah, he said, "What's up?" Hi, Karen.
The silent assassin. Ray is a very silent man. When I first met him, he supports his wife beautifully, and
they're a good team.
When you listen to them on From the Ground Up, it's like, oh my God, go Ray, go Ray. Or I'll be like, I agree with Ray, or I don't agree with Ray. And when I'm listening to From the Ground Up, when I'm listening to From the Ground Up on YouTube, I'm Town Momma. So when I'm in the chat, I'm Town Momma.
And K.swiss is
yeah, aka K.swiss.
Okay, yeah, because I remember with I told the story before with Chucky Chuck, my association with him. I didn't, I just didn't know him as that for so long. I know him as Lamont Baker. I can say that now. But Yeah, and but yeah, Town Mama. So you got three names going on. So you really
Yeah.
you doing some civil shit with the personalities. You bounce around. You
But
feel
in the end, I'm still me. And in the end,
you still can.
Chucky's still Chucky. You're still George. Which,
Yeah,
by the way, I love the name George because my grandfather's name was George.
it's a common name. That's because my grandmother, she named everybody after her father, or brothers, or uncle, like that. Southern. There was a Southern uh, tradition, if you want to call it that. But yeah, so I got her brothers, which is my uncle. Well, I think Uncle George, whatever. So that's where the name came
I
from.
have an Uncle George too.
Everybody's got an Uncle George, and
Yep.
it's a hell of a thing. But yeah, I wanted to with Sedan,
Uh-huh.
that's your artist, and I wanted to play this. And
Right.
so,
Right now we're working on the Reimagined. It's a remix of some of his veteran songs that has been remixed by Daryl Fortune.
my downpour. Well, tell me about this one. I'm going to play this one here. It's roughly around 3 minutes and some 20 seconds, and you give me a breakdown on this after.
K Busto! What's up with you? What's up, mommy?
Hey.
Hey, what's good, kid? Gonna come get about 40, yo.
You got me too?
Yeah, baby, yo, get one of these. You know what's on, bro. K Busto! What's up, Dun Dun? I'm gonna put this on my tab. You good?
Alright.
How you been, baby? Everything good?
No problem.
Que pasó?
¿Qué pasó?
Damn, you old school.
I'm the veteran, kid.
Whatever. How much is it? Damn, you old school.
Fuck out of here, kids. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I'm on the airwaves and my rivals are in graves. Some behave, some are still slaves. I'm old and still new wave, new days. Crime still pays, I'm stuck in my ways. Twisted T on me, for me, call me. Cause these niggas are so sloppy. Now they mad at me, despise me. Don't be mad that I got light and lively. Look at the size of me, it's a pity. I was built with no guilt to rep New York City. Built from a different cloth, niggas lost, soft, street snitching, bitching to get off. Fuck a gang sign, I love dollar signs and a fat behind. When mommy whine, been to hell and back, that's why I didn't unpack. But I'll stop for a chunky monkey on her back. I can't pause, won't stop, I'm too hot. Sneeze lyrics like snot. Fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck out of here. Bitch ass little niggas, go to school. Cause I'ma show you what is old school. Fishing, no internet, fishnets, pussy wet, like no pussy you get. Solid nigga got triggers and I know old figures, gold diggers, grave diggers and drunk niggas. East New York or Queens niggas, DJs, zigga zigga, I get my weed quicker. I'm a bounty hunter, put respect on my name. I got this over, fucking up the game. Wanna floss your two to your torso, now you lying and dying. Thought so, homo. I'm not calling you gay, I'm just saying how you dress and what you say. There's a breach in security, nobody hurting me. And that's a certainty, dare you to murder me. Cause that's your end. Queens, Brooklyn, DC, all get revenge. And that's the battle cry, you can't deny. Niggas turn to bitches like pussy at a fish fry. Yo, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. DJ Cisco, Southside Queens, Brooklyn, what's up? Fuck out of here. Out of here. That's how we do.
So then, huh?
Let me go, sit down. Dan.
Yes. Yeah, I love that
Yep.
shit.
Yep, that was all filmed in Brooklyn and in Queens. You saw the Farmersville Rock there. In the opening, it was
I used to live 2 blocks down on that side. Yeah,
right.
because you know that rock. Once you
The
see that rock,
opening-
you know where you're
right.
at. Yeah.
The opening scene there was done at his favorite bodega when he lived in Brooklyn, and
Okay.
you saw a very talented artist who's New York native but now lives in Atlanta, and his name is K.swiss. So check him out. Support. He's also has done work with Lady Miz on her family.
What's his name? Cash on Abel. Say it again.
K.swiss.
Okay.
Yep, very talented. He'd be a good one to interview also. And then you saw Chuchi Sanders was in there, Queens native.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she was in there.
Yeah.
The one in the red shirt grabbing the bottle out and putting it in the koozie that I made. That's Light and Lively. She has her own podcast. And she actually was the first one to play FOHK on her radio show.
Can you tell me that Cisco's son?
Cisco's son, Sam, was one of the little kids in the video also. So it did have to get, that was the edited version because the first one was really kind of more raw.
Well, I mean, it ain't it's raw. How much more raw? You know what I'm saying?
FOHK, man.
Yeah. That was edited down. I heard that. But yeah, so that's the whole thing. I said, how did they hook up? So you ran it down with the whole connection, and so it's interesting.
And Cisco sitting in that spider type car with him and that, so we had a great time.
Yeah, that car is hot. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
I need to do a shout out to one of my best friends, Keith Light. He is the CEO of Steady Grind Publishing. He's watching. He says he can't comment, but he's watching. So,
all right, that's what's up. You want to shout out anybody else? You're more than welcome.
Oh yeah, everybody from Springfield Park, the Clientele Brothers, Mikey D, Eddie OJ, Will Seville, I love you guys. Chucky Chuck, where the hell are you? Why aren't you in the chat? Mm-hmm.
He's in there. With him, you just don't know what name he's under. He's in that witness protection.
Right.
I know that for
to Hardy Slice, Lady Miz, Ray, everybody watching, Bonnie and them. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. Lotto, Real Miss Knockout, Sunshine, Summer Rain, all those people. These are like my second family when I come to New York. Love them to death. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody on June 24th at Springfield Park. It's going to be in June this year because July seems to be too hot. I mean, even the shirt I made last year was a t-shirt with white vinyl on it. When I stepped out in the sun, I looked like the puffed marshmallow man because all of a sudden the white was getting toasted like a toasted marshmallow. It's like, yeah, it was like 102 degrees that day, and that was actual, not just the heat index. By the way, you're like, so Dan.
Gave me a green one.
Yeah.
The green one. It was a little large, but it was good though.
Good.
But but you know what? It was too hot to, like you said, to be out there like that. It was ridiculous. But you know what?
And baby John was selling water, and I bought a lot of water from him. So
yeah, Lady Miz says it's too bad.
Number one draft pick.
That's what's up.
Get your gear. See, I support you.
And you know what, Karen? She goes, I'm looking here at the lady. She she says, check this out. She said her wig started to burn.
Yeah. Oh, and she had it been hot. I mean, she looked gorgeous that day, and even Melissa Morgan. Oh my goodness, those women had to be hot. You know, and the stage wasn't in a
Chucky's
shady
in the
area.
house.
I
Chucky,
see Chuck. Yep.
Yeah. What's up? What's up, Chucky? What's up, Chucky? I don't call him Chucky. I don't know him as Chucky.
I love Chuck.
Yeah.
When Chuck has that mic in his hand, he's so smooth and lyrical. It's like the first time I was at Springfield Park, it was 2018. It was their second one, and when Mikey D and Eddie OJ were on, they were not on a stage platform. They were on the lawn. That was the stage. When they had the microphone, when they had that microphone, when I was starstruck, that was it for me. I was in love. You know,
the first time I seen them do their thing as well, I was very impressed. Because they take total command of the stage. The presence, everything was, on point. As was Sedan. I was, but he's tall, so that
right.
Definitely, when he comes up there, you definitely gonna look. You have to look. But then, for me, I'm a lyricist as well. I'm a comedian, but my stuff is just, and I know it's good, because I listen. So, and Sedan is on that, Lot is on that, Eddie, the brothers you just talked about, Lady Myth, lyrically, we're talking about the paper, writing it down like Cool Mo D back in the day. I'm impressed. I love that cat, man, because you take pride in your in your work, like Sedan does. Karen is the truest, and lady, the Prince of Luck. She says, the Chucky Lady Mrs.
I fell in love with the people from the Springfield Park group so much that I consider them family. I've gotten to see the albino twins. I've gotten to Teesky Valley. You still got it. Yep, the Rockaway twins on the turntables. DJ Divine, the Infinity Machine. Ben Silk was there last year. He's a true spirit.
Oh, Ben Silk, man, he's amazing.
And the almighty Force Brothers. Oh my God.
I love that. Lyrics for days.
Yeah.
And, when we see that, and that's what the whole school, the Springfield Day, the platform as it's called, is about. Where we're going back to the old school. We're trying to bring the old to the new, because Chucky does have these young rappers as well, but they're lyrically on point, prolific, if you will. So it's good, because that's teaching the new school to take time with your rhymes, man. That's as opposed to just throwing something about the money that you got, what you don't have. A lot of these, you know what I'm saying.
What you gonna do to your bitch and all that stuff, Yep. No. Rap is RAP. Rhythm and poetry. Come on.
There you go. Say that again.
Rhythm and poetry.
A lot of people don't know what that stands for, what it means, but that's what it is, baby. And
if some of these underground internet radio shows, and even some of the ones that go through Blog Talk Radio and that, would stop playing some of that trash where they're promoting gun shooting and all that stuff, it might change their way.
But you're getting mad sponsors to get behind that crap. It's like anything that is negative, that you know what I'm saying. So that's what sells. Controversy sells. It's like they were talking about that Chris Rock, what he did. It He's talking about Jada. He's talking about, but he made $40 million. So, what can you say to that?
Right.
They paid him, and he said, "I'm not going to talk about that until they pay me." About Will slapping him. Go ahead, Dave. So who you write down? That's what's up. All right, yeah, you showing all the faces, all the sides. That's why I hear you. But yeah, so it's unfortunate that the negative narrative gets the most attention, gets the most ink, gets the most pub. But that's just the way it is. You just
Well, it makes money.
to
That's
be
like some female MCs that I've heard, not necessarily heard, but I've seen some of their videos and that, and it's like, well, sex sells. And I do a lot of review shows and looking for artists and that for some of my friends. For a short time, I was an A&R with Steady Grind Music Publishing, and I was also the head talent scout for DJ Cisco for a while. But the CEO of Steady Grind said I was too nice.
But tell the audience, tell my audience what an AR is in the music. What does an AR? What does it stand for? And what is their duties, their purpose?
Oh, you would ask me that. I'm having a senior moment with the AR part, but the purpose is to scout for artists that would be good for the companies that you might work for and that stuff, and to also help give them a little advice. And
What does AR stand
for? He's asking me. Yeah, I'm having a senior moment. Keith is helping me. He's watching. Oh, he's watching. I don't remember. It's an agent.
Okay. All right.
Somebody put it in the chat. But yeah, it's like being a talent scout.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking to help companies get good artists and to also help good artists. Like when we do the review shows, I mean, I have a reputation for being kind of hard. And it's not because I'm dissing the artist or trashing them. I want them to better themselves and to succeed. And there's a lot of work that goes into it. Artists and repertoire. Thank you, Lady Miz.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a lot of work that goes into it. You can't just record off your phone, blah, blah, blah. Even though if you wanted to, you can go to SoundCloud and you can record on SoundCloud and they'll even mix it for you, kind of. But is that what you want? So it's just trying to help the artist, guide them in the right direction, and then help the publishing companies find those good artists. Like with Steady Grind Music Publishing, they're linked up with Sony in that. He's had some of his beat producers that are signed on with him already have stuff with advertisements, backgrounds and stuff. So it's cool,
I'm going to show this picture here. A lot of people don't know, like when they hear the song. Tell everybody who that is.
That is King Charlie Prince from Rockmaster Scott and the Dynamic 3. He and Rockmaster Scott, some of their greatest hits are Request Line and The Roof is on Fire. The roof is on fire. You know it. Everybody does it like at weddings and outdoor parties and that stuff, and they got their hands going up, so. But yep. King Charlie came to After Dark, which our Springfield group hosted a show there in January of 2018, and he came out to see me, and I introduced him to some people, and they kind of looked, I'm like, this is King Charlie Prince, and then if you say the roof is on fire, then they knew who he was and stuff. And he called me and says, Karen, where are you? And I'm like, hold on, Charlie. Let me go outside. I can hardly hear you inside. And all of a sudden the phone went and Charlie, are you there? And I heard this voice say, Karen, I'm right here. And there he was standing behind me. And we hugged and cried a little bit because we'd been waiting so long to finally connect and meet each other.
Wow.
So
Yeah. I know he's still getting paid from that. The roof, roof is on fire, man.
let's just say I've seen some screenshots of his checks. So
It's still coming in. Yeah.
yeah, I wish I had that problem.
The roof is on fire.
And request line, every now and then it gets aired on Rock the Bells, which is LL Cool J's creation, and they'll use it. So every time you get that little ding, and people pay attention to that, make sure you register. And if you need to connect up with Charlie Prince, sometimes make sure it's registered right, because even those few seconds that they put on, cha-ching, you get credit for it.
Getting credit for it?
Yep. Even any of your acts, George. I mean, are you registered, or are you part of some type of performing arts organization?
The Writers Guild, everything. Yeah, I got everything copywritten, and even with my my material, because
Right.
yeah, it takes a little time. It can be a little tedious, to be honest with you, but I did a thing at the I was uptown, a comedy at Harlem, and it's a new bit, and it's not worked out yet. I only did it twice. First time I did it, it worked and went over good. And then I said, I was uptown. I said, you know what? I got my patch stuff that I do. If I go to a new place, let's say I go to Wisconsin, let's say, go to Milwaukee. I'm gonna do, if I got to do 15 minutes, 20 minutes, I'm gonna do what I know works. My patch stuff is what I call it. Right? I'm not gonna take a chance and go out there. I might. It depends how I feel. I might do something or whatever. Talk about Aaron Rodgers coming to New York. That's a possibility, right? They're talking about Aaron coming here. So I might play around, along those lines. It depends. But I did this thing, I used to get high. I used to get, do the cocaine, snip the cocaine. And, I tell about how that people say, you should have made it by now. And I said, well, I had an addiction. I sniffed cocaine. I even smoked crack. So one time I drank crack.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's the thing. How do you drink crack? But anyway, I elaborate on that. How these girls, if you with these girls, they know how to cook the cocaine up and bring it back. It's actually, you say crack, but it's actually free base. And then you smoke it. It's a quicker high. It's more potent than the cocaine. It just right away. And I laugh because it's like you look at these girls that are doing it, and you call them crackheads, whatever, but they got skills. These girls, I mean, it's amazing how my grandmother used to say, "Don't judge a book by its cover." And then you look and say, "This bitch is a fucking crack. What the fuck does she know? If she can cook this shit up, so can I." This is what I'm thinking. I went out and got an 8-ball of cocaine. An 8-ball is 3.5 grams. Huh? So I said, shit. I saw what she did. She was giving me orders like, all right, that motherfucker, give me some cold water, 57. She knew the temperature. Give me some baking soda. I'm like, damn, all right. So I'm taking notes, mental notes. Baking soda, cold water. All right. I'm going to have a party. After she leaves, I'm going to go get me some Coke, and I'm going to cook this shit up, 3.5 grams. I mixed it up. Karen, I lost everything. I lost.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I made a crack smoothie. So I I did the bit, which what I thought was a bit, and it wasn't perfected yet, and the crowd was stunned, to say the least, because drinking crack is one thing. They, to say you smoke crack.
Right.
How does he admit to drinking crack? Huh? Is he on drugs now? Huh? He drank crack. So it was the running joke for the night. All the comedians that came behind me kind of used that when they got in trouble. They said, you know what? I just want some refreshing, a drink of crack or something like that. Whatever they said, crack, the crowd went bananas. So I know I have something there. I had the I'm the only one that ever talked about drinking crack, comedian. So I know if I see that someplace else. Now I'll be honest with you, I have it documented as far as like having it on tape. The first time that it's done,
Right.
I don't have it copywritten yet, so to speak. So
Lady,
they
Lady
said
Miz,
the poor
Lady
man
Miz called it a crack smoothie.
a crack smooth. I think that's funny, but you know what? It's funny in the sense of I spent $170 for a crack smoothie. I could have went to McDonald's and just got a regular. But you know what? When you're getting high, my point was that I was so out of it, and when you're getting high and when you're indulging, you just do things like this young man, John Morant. I'm not saying that it's on that order. I'm just saying like when you're out there, he was young and he got money. He got real money. See, and he's young. He might be still hanging out with his crew, his mans in them or whatever. And then you in the club, he got his shirt off. He got pockets full. He got endless amount of money and popularity, fame. Everybody knows who he is. But maybe all of that went to, I don't know what was going on in his mind psychologically or however. But I hope the young man gets the help that he needs and get back out there on that basketball court where he's phenomenal. But yeah, it's easy to go off, And I made the thing. I said, if I had made it like my contemporaries, like the Tracy Morgans and Talent and those cats, and that are doing it now, I would have been detrimental to myself. I would have been no good with money and fame and all of that. I do the joke behind that. I tag and I said I probably would have been in the Hollywood Hills with Dr. Drew and Dennis Rodman and Flavor Flav and Lindsay Lohan. I would have been twisted, because some people can handle it. And I was at the stage where I was too far gone and I knew it, but I was having fun. Fun for me. You know what I'm saying? At that time, for what I thought, girls and you got drugs and you got a little bit of money. It's just the party just doesn't stop. And shorty, the girls would come over 4:30 in the morning. And they call, "What you doing?" It's 4:30 in the fucking morning. What you talking about? What you doing? I'm asleep. Oh, you ain't doing nothing? That's what they determine. I'm fucking asleep. Can I come over? You want company? But that's the party never stops. They bring something and then it's just crazy. But that's on a certain level. But when you got endless amount of resources and stuff like that, it just like on that with that young man, that brother, come on, he's worth how much money? Several $100 million, huh?
Right.
Imagine what the Playboy Mansion was like.
Didn't Richard Pryor have a problem?
Have what?
Didn't Richard Pryor have a problem?
Big time.
I mean,
a lot of guys, man, have problems that don't talk about it or that discuss it or whatever, but they can hide behind, like you were saying before, doing the community theater. You hid behind a character. They don't talk about if Richard Gere or if Johnny Depp, if you really look at Johnny Depp, he's a handsome cat, very talented, but you could see Johnny Depp, indulges and whatever. A lot of these guys do that black tar heroin, and that's their drug of choice. The ecstasy, the drinking, the coke, the base, we'll call it, on the street, in the hood, on the hood level, we call it crack, cocaine, but it's really just freebase. and they've been basing you were from a child of the '60s. You know, you doing the hippie, the revolution, Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin, and doing that. Richard George Carlin. Carlin had I don't know how many heart attacks before he passed away. Cocaine. You know, a lot of cats out there. You know, Richard Belzer, who just recently passed. But it's just, it's a hell of a thing. But yeah, Karen, and you know what? You have that name, Karen. You know,
Yeah,
but are you a Karen?
my name is Karen. I'm not that Karen, but I can be. Bring it. Bring it.
Okay, because a lot of people know. I watched that Karen on YouTube.
Yeah.
They crazy, man. I mean, like, and I think of you. I say, oh, gee, I hope Karen is not on this one. I hope she didn't get that name because she.
When they started doing this again, like what was it, 3 or 4 years ago, and so Dan would just rub it in, and he'd be roaring, and people would pop it up, knowing how I feel about racism and stuff, and I'm like, you're calling these people Karens. Aren't you being just like what you don't like? And last summer, my oldest granddaughter, I don't remember where we were, but she was standing behind me and she goes to my daughter, she says, "Oh, look at her. She's acting like a Karen."
Wow.
Man, I almost backhanded her, But her mother, my daughter, was standing there and it's like,
She's cracking up.
don't you dare do that.
But you know what I mean? Because it's just I don't know where did that name? How did your name get synonymous with get hooked up with that?
I don't know. I read something that it came back from like the 50s and that. And if you think about like the movie The Stepford Wives and stuff, and it kind of reminds me of that, I guess. So
Oh yeah, but who was the first one to say this bitch is a fucking Karen? Yo, stop acting like a Karen. Fuck is wrong. How did that come about though? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Where did Ken come from?
From Karen, just the takeoff of that's the male Karen. Basically, I guess. Karen is the truest, Chucky Chuck says.
Did anybody tell Barbie?
I know. Yeah. I might. Can I use that line? That's pretty funny. Yeah. Did anybody tell? See, that would work in Wisconsin. I don't know if that shit would work uptown. I ain't go. You know what I'm saying? It's a different.
Oh, come on. Barbie's just an uptown girl.
Yeah, but you got to know that. You know what I'm saying? Bobby would be. She would. Shit, if she was uptown, Barbie would get turned out. She'd be smoking crack too. She'd be partying. What you doing 4:30 in the morning?
Well, isn't that why she's plastic? I mean, come on.
I know. But Karen, you've been terrific. We covered a lot of ground, and we did an hour and 8 minutes. And we still got some people in the house with us, 667 people. They hanging out with us, rocking and rolling. We got Chucky Chuck, Pancho and the Hizzle, Lady Miz.
Pancho didn't go to bed yet?
I know, but he'll let you know when he checks out. Pancho always in on the checkout, and Pancho likes to dip early. he likes to get up out of there early. He goes because he's a terrific chef. He can cook. Pancho can throw. He can burn it.
I know. When I come in June, I want to get together and we're going to do some cooking. Let's see who's a better cook.
Yeah,
I'm part Italian, so come on.
Oh, that's what I meant to ask you earlier. You're Italian and
in German.
In German, I do.
No Swiss.
I do a joke. I said, with white girls in the audience, I said, yo, you got any? What are you? You said, I'm Italian, and I said, you got any black in you? He said, no. For the most part, you want some? I think the Most Brothers, they claim. I can't get the right laughs on that. But you know what? The most brothers claim that that's theirs. I didn't know. I took it from somebody else, a good buddy of mine, another comedian, Ronnie Wilkinson. The first time I saw Ronnie, he was holding court with Chris Rock at a club called Uptown Stand Up New York. And this is before Rock was Rock. He was, had all the black comedians and the major top blacks in New York City were trying out, auditioning to stand up for the Cosby Show, to open up, to warm up the crowd.
Right.
Like whatever it is, 15 minutes, 20, get like $1,200, $1,500, whatever they were paying. I don't know. And I just basically started out, and I did a spot at a club called McKell's on 95th and Columbus. And the guy, that was booking the room, he said, "Yo, man, you need to go over there at Stand Up New York. They got auditions." I thought it was an open audition. It was closed. And I had been getting high for like the last 2 or 3 days. I look like, I don't know, about the Ohio Players? You remember Sugarfoot with the crooked afro?
Uh-huh.
I'm sweating like a mental patient. I got the crooked afro. I got a suit on that's 2 sizes too small. I'm a mess. I'm a wreck. And I go there. All the comics are looking at me like, nobody knew me, right? And it was a closed audition. The owner, Carrie Coffin, he said, "Yo, can I help you?" I said, "Yeah, I'm signing up to go on." He said, "Go on where?" "This is a closed audition. What's your name?" I told him. And then I could see Ronnie and Chris Rock. Chris, they're looking at me like, who's this guy? And then when I got real tight with Ronnie, and Ronnie was a funny, very talented man. I say was, because another comedian told me that Ronnie passed away. Now, I don't know. I can't verify it, and incredible talent. And Chris Rock on David Letterman's show, I think it might have been Arsenio or Letterman, he was talking about, "Hey, man, you're very funny, Chris." He goes, "Yeah, but let me tell you, if this comedian, Ronnie Wilkinson, if he had cleaned himself up and played straight, he would be here instead of me. He's 10 times funnier than me." This is what Rock had said on TV, about Ronnie at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And but Ronnie is another one that was getting high, hanging out. I got high with Ronnie several times. I know. And Ronnie was telling me a story about how he was and it was a story. I used to always like going on the road, and you're working and you're working with, other white comics basically on the road when you're first starting out. And they always had a Ronnie Wilkinson story. They always had a Most Brothers story and a Ronnie Wilkinson story. And the Wilkinson story always involved drugs. And this agent one time was telling me about Ronnie had burned down a hotel room in Miami. And he said Ronnie had all the promise. He said, "George, Ronnie would have been a big star if he had stayed straight." But Ronnie told me the story. He didn't burn down the room, but he said he was on the way to the gig. He was in Miami. He said in the back, he's in a taxi, and he saw these girls outside on the street getting high. He said the girl took a hit, right? And the next thing, she just got butt naked, right? She stripped. And Ronnie said, he told the cab driver, "Yo, man, let me out here." So he started getting high with them in the street. He missed the gig, and then he got to the hotel. It's just crazy stuff. It's crazy. I did 2 weeks in Cancun with him. And
Nice.
yeah. And Jimmy Brewer. You know who Jim Brewer is?
Nope.
You don't know Jimmy? Yeah, he's like a Jim Carrey type comedian, and very funny, very talented. And I was with him the last week that we did our thing there. But yeah, Karen, I'll just go on and on and on and on.
Right.
Yeah, just stop. But God, thank you. You were great. Give everybody again for hanging out with us on
Shout
the
out to my
check-in.
artist,
Ricky,
Sedan.
Jason, and such and so on. How you feel? How did you get your everything out? Everything was good. Any last words you want to say?
Yeah. Shout out to Sedan. We've got some stuff coming up in this year. He's done some tracks like with MC Silver Fox. Shout out to Silver. King Charlie Prince. He's got a track coming out with King Charlie Prince. He's got something in the makes right now with someone that I'm not going to name, but you'll be quite surprised. We will be there in June at Springfield Park on June 24th. Be there. Food's great. People are great. And there's no fighting or anything. Nobody fights with each other there.
No, it's all love, and it's
Shout out to Prince
well
Poe.
organized, well run, well put together.
Yep. I'm hoping Prince Poe can come out that weekend too. DJ Tony Crush. We're gonna meet Tony, so you know.
I hope Van Silk comes, because that man, you know, the true Saurian. I mean, his knowledge and what he was there. He
Right.
was, you know.
And I hope he does, but I think he's coming in early June for something. He's got, I think, his own Rapamania going on. I'm not sure.
And I know he's back with Melly Mel. I know they're doing something. That's
Mhm.
yeah, you know.
I'm hoping Melly Mel is on a tour, and he said he, in a private message that I had, that they were going to be in Milwaukee. So I'm hoping I can go and see them when they come, Melly Mel and the group he's touring with. So. Because I haven't met him. I want to meet him, you know. I got to meet DJ Red Alert. What a sweet man, you know.
And he's a pioneer, a legend.
Yeah.
You know, like all the people that you had mentioned before, you know, with King Charlie Prince, a legend. No question about that.
Big happy birthday or happy anniversary to hip hop for 50 years.
50.
Yep. And people don't know it. Not all people know it, but it is a fact. Hip hop is the #1 genre being played in the world right now. So.
But tell these young artists what RAP stands for again.
Rhythm and poetry.
And we will end on that note. And
Love you.
thank you, Karen. I love you too. And you are not that Karen.
No.
Thank you for a great interview, Karen. God bless you.
Right.
Good
You
rest.
too. Bless
All right.
everybody.
That was Karen Bodden. Bodden. I keep saying Bodden. 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 That's Bodden. Bodden. Not Biden. Not Bodden. Okay? Let me see.
Yes.
Karen.
Yes. It's Bodden. Bodden. Bodden.
That's what I said. Karen Bodden. I get a kick out of myself sometimes. Huh? That's what's up with that. Yeah, but Karen Bodden. Yeah, thank her. I appreciate it. It was good. And we got the breakdown. We got the why she is invited to the barbecue. We know now. I want to thank everybody that tuned in. Pancho, Lady Miz, Ray, Chucky Chuck, Ricky Jason, Bonnie, Pancho. If I missed you, you know, it's not because I didn't try. Huh? So, but it's all good. I want to thank you all again. And if you love somebody, tell your loved ones that you love them. Always stay positive out here and what's going on, you know. And I wish John Moran the best. I really do. I hope he gets the help that's needed for that young man. And somebody needs to definitely sit him down and just school him, man. He's got an incredible career ahead of him, and yes, he's rich. That first thing now, he got money. Yeah, what does that really mean at the end of the day? If you don't have your health and if things are not going well for you, you could lose that all just like that. And but they have to come to him and to make him there's some realization. You know, sometimes like, you know, I know I was getting high, and I would if I saw rock bottom, if I saw rock, if I saw the bottom, that's what would pull me back. But you know what? I mean, why go to that extreme to that if you don't have to? If somebody could have just set me down and shook me up and say, hey, yo, B, what's wrong? But I, maybe I wouldn't listen. I would have probably just, who knows? But if he's at that age, that impressionable age, where he can be put back on track, because he made it to where he's at now and propelled his career and propelled himself. And you can look out for your family. When you got that kind of money, you have freedom, financial freedom. And like sometimes that's a lot, but spiritualism and that whole thing, that inner stuff, that inner peace, have God first in your heart and God in your life, and you always look to the Most High, Jehovah God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, and that's I'm on the soapbox, and I'm gonna end it on that note, and I'm gonna say persistence always overcomes resistance. So stay safe and do the right thing. It doesn't hurt. If you're doing the right thing, you can't do the wrong thing. So do the right thing and have God in your life. Peace and thank you.